Hey, what is up, everybody? This is David Tress, and this is the first round, or my first round. I'm playing against Nicholas St. Clair here. We faced off against each other first in the Love of Play Hearthstone tournament. But unfortunately, the audio, like we had each other, chatting a lot of trash talk, a lot of back and forth. But that got corrupted somehow, or I don't know if that's it didn't get corrupted, but it was unusable. We couldn't use it. It wasn't an option. But instead of just putting up, a video without any audio whatsoever, I've decided I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna do this with you guys. I'll be here until the end. So yeah, this is the first match that I played in a in our 3 deck elimination Hearthstone tournament, and it's a lot of fun. We're getting close. I'm not gonna spoil the outcome of this match, obviously, but we're getting close to wrapping it all up. Yeah. So this is Nick and I. I'm rocking the Druid, the demo Druid. I had to change the rules for the tournament. Was that we weren't allowed to have any epic or legendary cards, and that was just sort of some of the people that were in the tournament with us were newer players, and we didn't. I've been playing since beta, like last November, so I just have like a huge pool of cards to pull from, and I didn't want just to win because I have been playing for longer. So we did that as sort of an attempt to even out the playing field a little bit. And I think it worked pretty well. So yeah, so I'm still using like a version of the Demolisher Druid, which I just love this deck. But the mage is definitely something that has a lot of answers for it. See, Nick's pretty effectively dealing with some big with a big early drop. That Druid of the Claw. You know, Maybe it was a mistake that I threw it down as a charge instead of a taunt. But eh, eh, who knows? I wanted to get that early damage out there, especially because the board was clear. And, he could have fireballed it, and then I could have, not had any damage out of it, whatsoever. So I think not a terrible decision. Okay. So I draw Starfall there, which is a great card. I really like that. I think I like that it isn't just a board clear, but it also can be, the single target damage. Take care of a big monster or a bunch of little ones. What's the move here? I'm trying to remember what I do. Okay. Not a terrible plan. The problem with the mages, though, is, there could always be, like, a polymorph looming around the corner. But as of now, like, it's not like even if he threw a fireball or one of his higher cost cards, spells to deal with that, it's gonna, there's the polymorph. Okay, and it has been long enough that I do not really remember the exact, like, progression of these matches, or even trying to remember who wins this one. But, I won't, doesn't matter. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But Nick, I think he hasn't been playing, like, a tremendous amount. It was also sort of hard to get 3 decks that people were super confident with. Just because, you can have, it's a tough thing to do, especially with the restrictions of no epics and no legendaries. Okay, so I deal with his, what is that, water minion. Okay, have the Harvest Golem out. I'm still ahead health-wise right now, but he has the card advantage right now. Okay, there's the Frostbolt, deals with that, but Gonna have the death rattle to get that 2/1 out. Oh, and he deals with that as well. Okay, he's still got 3 mana. Is he gonna throw Swamp Boost out? That's smart. You know, I'm a druid. Not gonna throw out any weapons anytime soon. Okay. Yeah, Druid of the Claw is really the only option. Get him out with the taunt. Hit him in the face for 1. I love that Druid of the Claw. Like one of my favorite cards in the Druid. Arsenal. Okay. Gnomish Inventor. But yeah, just we had like we're still wrapping up. The finals still need to be played for this tournament, but we had a great time, and I definitely think we're gonna do it again. Hearthstone is like an amazing game to do this with because it doesn't take very long, so you know you can sort of accommodate people's different schedules, and I feel like it's because it's a free to play game, and it doesn't have a huge learning curve. I think it's just a really good thing to get a lot of people in competing. I'm not sure if we could have gotten that many people in if we had been playing any different game. I know a lot of people also play WoW. I wonder if we could like do like an arena type situation, but that I don't know if people have level 90s that are even in the same gear range, but like the majority of the people who are playing this also play WoW from time to time. I think people are gearing back up because of Draenor. Okay. Guru Bashi Berserker. Okay, yeah, he definitely has the board advantage right now. Okay. I do have that Nourish, though, which will give me a decent amount of card draw. Is that the right thing to do? I believed so at the time. I'm not sure in retrospect if it's the right thing. Okay. Doesn't really solve my problem. I mean, I could attack into the Guru Bashi Berserker, then with my Druid of the Claw, and then throw the swipe. But I guess I have the taunts up now. Double taunts. I feel a little more comfortable, so I swing at him swing at his face. But yeah, I probably should have cleared that Berserker. That's just a card that you do not want to, allow to hang out on the board for too long, because it can get real unruly, real tough to deal with, and start hitting for a lot of damage. Yeah, I probably should have swiped him. Okay. Yep, because now he can hit me in the face for 6 with that. Oof. Okay, hopefully I wrath him here. Or swipe. Yeah. I maybe should have swiped in retrospect. Oh. I don't know if that was... I think that was a bad way to deal with that. I could have just swiped him straight up, and then it would have cleared everything. Oof. That was a bad move. Well, at least I have a pretty decent health lead here. The problem with this deck, though, is if it does run out of steam, if you lose the card advantage, there's really no way of getting it back. Like, there's some card draw in the deck, but there's just not a ton. So probably the Demolishers and the Defender of Argus. That's a pretty strong move right there. 2/2/5s, both with that deal 2 damage randomly at the beginning of your turn. Hopefully they last through this turn. Again, I did not remember. It has been a while. Okay, there's Flame Strike. Pretty killer. Ping one of them. Yeah, that is the way to deal with that problem. Okay. Way to go, Nicholas. Way to go. I'm nervously clicking on the fire. Oh boy, oh boy, oh. Not a super obvious way to deal with this. Yeah, a 6 and a 3. I have those damage dealing moves, but I don't think there's a way that I can take out both of them. Yeah. Ah, God, but I need that card draw as well, but it's just not a viable option because I can't let those minions sit out. Yeah, so I don't know, like, once, it is in our plans, or in my plans to move back down to Los Angeles, and then I think once we do that, we'll be able to do much more of this type of thing, but locally, we'll have Jerry, Connor, Derek, and I all in one place, so we'll be able to, I'm super excited about that. I'm excited to, record stuff together and, dedicate some nights where we've talked about doing Twitch streaming, like doing a live show, and then there's a bunch of stuff that we will be sort of able to do once I get down there. But yeah, can't wait for that. No, but I just want to keep talking about the future because the past, is too painful. Oh, just 3 damage. Oof. God damn. Yeah, there's no... It keeps me frozen. Really good move on his part. I do get that off, which is, nice. So he's 1 away. I am forcing him to deal... Oh, wow. God, he's getting those clutch flame strikes. Because even... Yeah, man, look at that. Starfall, and it is over. There's nothing I can do. I hit him with it just because, I'm not going to go out not fighting. Well, there you go. Round 1 to Nicholas, and I get my Demolisher Druid deck eliminated. Okay, so here's Nick and I, and he's continuing on with his mage. He had the victory. I've got my my shaman here, which is a control deck, and I really wasn't too sure about it going into this match. There's the overload is a difficult thing to deal with for the shaman, and yeah. It's a tough thing to sort of balance out and to time at the right time, because you have to, I think, out of all the decks, you really need to be thinking about your next move the most with the shaman, because if you have a big play, you don't want to lock yourself out of the necessary mana cost. So it is, I think it's maybe the most considered. You have to consider your plays the most of any other class in this game. Okay, so he throws out the Acidic Walker, which is a bad move there because the Shaman has a number of weapons, or two, I think. So he would have wanted to hold on to that. So I'm gonna lightning bolt this guy. Just attack him with the face. Man, those Ghost Wolves are it is one of my favorite cards to to throw out early on. It is just such a difficult thing to overcome. Like, as far as early turns like that, those guys and then Argent Squires are just they can really slow someone down. Okay, what's the move here? Nothing super obvious. I know that I want to hold on to my Rockbiter weapon because I have that Wind Fury in my hand, or the Wind Speaker. Oh, maybe I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna clear that out. That makes sense. But yeah, that Rockbiter paired with a Wind Fury can just be so powerful. The few times that you can get, or if you're lucky enough to get double Rockbiter plus a Wind Fury, you just put out so much damage in a single turn. Okay, Flame Tongue. That's another great card to use in conjunction with Wind Fury. Yeah, there's not a incredibly obvious move here. I mean, I guess the Unbound Elemental, and then, Totem. That makes sense. But you kind of want to have some overloads in your hand with the Unbound Elemental so you can play him the next turn and then, capitalize on the buff that you give him. Because that card is often a big target. Oh yeah, it looks like Nick's going to be dealing with him here. Okay. Hits me in the face for 3. It's not a terrible move to drop that Flame Tongue totem down. Give your totems a little bit of some teeth. Is that what I do? Yeah, I think so. Oh, that's an interesting use of Wind Fury. But I mean, not terrible. I probably should have dropped the Wind Speaker on the left of the Flame Tongue totem, though, because I knew I was gonna expend that healing totem attacking into his Scarlet Crusader, so that was definitely a misstep. Hopefully he should ping off that totem, because it's a 6 damage waiting to hit him in the face. Wow, yeah, he doesn't do it, which is a huge mistake. Oh wow, and now I have the Rockbiter. Huh, yeah. That is 12 damage right there. Jeez. It's a smart move. Hex that guy now. Okay, clear the board. And then hit him in the face for 3. So yeah, now it just needs to be 3. Yeah, that was a huge mistake not pinging that guy off when he had the chance with his hero ability. Okay, clears it that way. But But yeah, I still have a decent amount of cards, so unless he plays super smart here, I do not know if there's a coming back from this. But he does have the card advantage, so he could hold me off. And Mage, one of the best at keeping the board clear. Okay. Fireball, nice. So he has secured himself at least another turn, unless I get a lightning bolt or something, direct hit to the face. Okay, stop him from being able to freeze my guys, and in the case that I get a weapon or something, which was really my undoing in the last match. If I had been able to silence that guy that kept freezing me, I could have used my hero ability and done that 1 damage to his face that I needed so badly. Okay. Okay, I have that card draw now. Oh, there it is. There's the win. As long as I can survive through the next turn. Oh, wow. Yeah, and there's the board clear. If I get lucky with that Yeti. Oof. Yeah, I really love the spell damage, the plus spell damage in this deck, and because it's on that dragon, you get the card draw too. So, even if you're not capitalizing on the spell damage, it is still a great card to throw on the board. Okay, and there's the win. So I take care of his mage deck, which I was really nervous about, because in my mind, his druid deck was the best, but that turned out, my druid deck was my best deck, but it seemed like this shaman deck really worked for me in that first match. Now he's a warrior deck. He goes first. Turn 2, I'll be able to coin into the... Oh, it's called Feral Spirit, not Ghost Wolves. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. Keep the Rock Batter weapon, because I know I have that Wind Speaker in my deck, and it came in, it did so much for me the last match with that Wind Fury on the totem. Okay, so I have a Hex. I have a decent amount of control here. I'm gonna get the Feral Spirit out. Yeah, so this is the thing though, because you have to make a 1 mana play the next turn, which is a strange thing to be doing turn 3. And he dealt with those Ghost Wolves so efficiently, or maybe not efficiently, but very effectively. It was that was a lot of cards to spend. Yeah, no obvious move there, because I'm locked out of that mana. So even though it was an expensive way to deal with that, he is able to grab board control again. Gonna Hex. Maybe I'm not gonna Hex. I could see why I would want to do that, but is that the right move? I'm very indecisive here. We're both on our second decks. We each have a deck eliminated, so at least I am starting to feel the pressure. Nick is cool as ice though at all times, so who knows what his where he's at emotionally. Okay, so I did end up hexing him. Nick, he's sitting with a weapon, some armor, and taunt. Oof. Oh, okay, so if I remember this is when I start eyeing that fire elemental, though, for the next turn. Because if I get that fire elemental out, clear that taunter, the next turn I can use Rockbiter weapon and the Wind Fury and do 18 damage to his face. But man, he's getting that armor up, jeez. Okay, so I got another Feral Spirit. I think ooh. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if I get that fire elemental out, clear that out of the way. I think that's the right move. Clear that out of the way, just in case he throws a taunt on it, because I need the I need to have access to his face next turn. Okay, but he is at 40 health. I'm trying to think. So that's plus 6, so that's 12. So 24 damage this turn, I believe. So I don't want to mess up the order. Probably pretty nervous because this is such a big play. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. There it is, 12 with Wind Fury. And then that's about as satisfying as it gets. Yeah, taking someone from 40 to 13. That is a big move. And then he has to deal with the fire elemental, because execute him, that makes sense. But between the Wind Speaker and that fire elemental, I do have Fatal on the board. I don't know, and he doesn't have anything to deal with it. So that is game, and his warrior deck is eliminated. It looks like he's going to prolong it a little bit. Just in disbelief, maybe. Can't really remember the conversation we were having at this point. I was probably laughing maniacally. He was probably sighing frustration. Okay, there we go. And now we're on to his rogue deck. I'm still playing my shaman. Yeah, so this shaman definitely, was surprising me. I was really worried when my druid deck went down. But yeah, I was impressed with how good this deck came out, and this is a altercation of an alteration of I think it's TSAFY Taffy. I'm not sure how to say that, but some person on Hearthstone.com posted this deck when I was I think I did a deck spotlight on this as well. If you want to go check it out, in that it will be including its epics and its legendaries. But I really like it. I feel like I'm most effective with rush decks. That's sort of what I can do the best with. But I always feel most satisfied playing, a control or a mid-range deck like this, because just having something like last game with, what was it, 24 damage from a single minion, that's huge, and it's so satisfying. And those types of moments are like why I play games like these. It's just because on average, pretty typical turn, you have sort of an average turn. Of course, on average you have an average turn, but you're playing because every once in a while the stars align and you've constructed your deck in a way and you've lucked out to have these huge moments that are just so satisfying. You know, and that's not unique to this game. Obviously, that's sort of just any card game where you're constructing your own decks. Okay, so I deal with that guy, silence him. I think that's the Armor Smith, is that right? He gives characters armor? No, that can't be right, is it? I'm not sure. But yeah, I do have those 2 fire elementals in my hand, which is huge. I love that card. Being able to just throw 3 damage at someone, you know, as soon as you hit the board, is great. So I think I'm going to use my second hex here. Just hold on to the rest of my cards. I have to. I don't know, you know, want to make sure that I'm not making a mistake, I guess, but that is the thing to do. He does have 2 taunts up right now. They are 0-1s, but taunts definitely can slow a person down. It's a pretty full board. I'm probably hoping for a lightning storm, or I forget what that card is called. But the board clear. Probably throw down the Azure Drake. Every other card, you know, really needs to be played after you already have some, you know, cards on the board. Okay, so he's got a full board. Not a lot of super impressive cards, but it's a full board. Wonder if he's gonna. Okay, so he attacks into that, hits me in the face for 3. Now, do I get a fire elemental out there this turn? I assume so. Then I'm gonna probably try to get a Defender of Argus out there the next turn. Okay. Clear her. Now he's just got a bunch of 1-1s, so 1-2. And those frogs. Okay, again, sort of jumping the gun with that Acidic Walker, which is not a good move. Those taunts are definitely going to be slowing me down a little bit now, though. Yeah, there's not a super obvious option to this, because I'm going to have to attack into one of his frogs. I mean, probably what I would do in retrospect here is throw a Defender of Argus onto my fire elemental and force everyone to attack into me, because you know, hopefully that would take down his minion count a little bit, sort of diminish that board control. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Oh, okay, I could also throw that lightning bolt on one of the frogs and then throw Windspeaker out there and hit him for 12 in the face. I think that's what I'm doing. Okay. Not a terrible move. Probably more effective than the one I came up with in retrospect. Okay, so now he still does have board control technically, but I have taken the lead as far as who has the most hit points. Okay, yeah, that second Acidic Walker, maybe that's why he felt comfortable throwing it out there, so he got rid of my axe. I assume he's going to take out the fire elemental. The boar and that Chillwind Yeti. Yep. Then hit me in the face with those two. He does still have 6 mana. Another Yeti comes out. Gets a dagger out. Trade for that. That makes sense. Okay, and then he's taken, lead again as far as who has the most damage. I think I'm super indecisive right now. Because, yeah, that's the right move. And he'll probably attack into it with the Yeti and the boar, I imagine. Unless he has something to deal with it in his hand. It looks like he doesn't. Okay, Yeti, boar, and he gets to hit me for 2 again. So I'm down to 15. I'm going to be able to throw up a pretty impressive taunt wall here, though. Argent Squire first, then Defender of Argus, and then another Defender of Argus. So yeah, that's a tough thing to overcome. A 3/4 and then a 3/3 with Divine Shield. Oh, okay, and then we see one of the Nax cards come out. I actually, so this tournament, or these games at least, got played just a few days after Nax got released, or the first wing of Nax got released, so I didn't even really take that into consideration when planning the tournament. But yeah, it could have sort of thrown a wrench into things if someone had gone a deck full of new Nax cards. That would have been really interesting. So I have the Flame Tongue and the Rock Biter, which is an extra 5 damage. I'll probably do that. That makes sense. And then silence that spider. And hit him for 7. Okay. I think I dealt with that reasonably well. But yeah, I am out of cards. He only has 1 as well, but yeah. This isn't looking great for him. Okay, so he clears out that totem, which allows, him to not take any damage and for him to keep his 2 creatures, which is a strong move. And it mitigates some of that damage I was going to be throwing at him. Okay, Argent Squire goes back into my hand again. That's the second time it's been sapped. But, that makes sense. It's not like he's going to get rid of my Defender of Argus. Okay, spell damage, so that's 4. So yeah, he's got 2 left. That was a very lucky totem draw. Okay, yeah, and then that's it. That's game. Well, yeah, no, that is. I was trying to think if he could attack into my Defender of Argus, but that'll do it for Nick. Okay, so yeah, guys, spoiler alert, it was me all along. I won, and I knew that I won. It was a tough secret to keep from you, and I don't like keeping secrets from you. But yeah, so that was my first match, which means I progress on, and next time you see me, I'm going to be playing my good friend Cam, who is a formidable foe. Alright, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you all next time. And before I go, Derek has his first video up with Maggie, which I haven't watched yet because I haven't faced off against Derek, and I don't know if I'm going to be facing off against Derek. And I don't want to know what decks he's using, because that would be cheating. Come on. Why do you think so little of me? I'm a man of honor, okay? A man of honor.